Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Sun Devils offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
From the gun. Give on the inside. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it.
He's gonna throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Madden. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's McDaniel. Finds the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for space. It's Worthy. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Logan. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got his man on the outside, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the team.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Going for 6. And he's got a touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 87.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Fires one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Can't get him to the ground.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 7 over Houston. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Well, so much for the members' bounce. They get a break on the road here.
And how about that for this offense? The worst thing you could do when you're on the road is ignite the home crowd. This offense got a nice break early and a chance to not rouse up this crowd early in the game.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. 2nd and short now after that completion. Caught in the backfield. It's Logan. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Quarterback making checks. play of the period. First down here. Gets the back moving. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Inside the 25. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got...
He's going for the goal line. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rolls and throws off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Fires to the tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. Ripping through the defense.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points...
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's McDaniel. He slings it deep to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To throw, it's McDaniel. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
You got to be so careful. Because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And picking up the 1st down would be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Wide receiver going in motion. How about that catch and toe tap to get the 1st down? 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense not showing press coverage. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. A strike downfield. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. He's at the touchdown, Arizona State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. We can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversation. Had with the young fellow on the sideline and be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's McDaniel. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. He might want another play. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's throwing picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Looking for a crease. It's Worthy. Breaks into the open. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Fighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Unloads it downfield. And it's a touchdown. Puts 6 on the board.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. First play of the drive, lost a throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Back to pass, it's McDaniel. Buys a little time with his feet. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll bring it out. It's Madden. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down, 10 yards to go. To the air, it's McDaniel. It's complete to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Oh, he found a space on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Offense changing the play. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And it's a touchdown.
Defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity?
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Got him in. It's Pettis. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like you've got.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Worthy. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats?
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3.
Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. This time it's complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Makes the grab down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this one.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Bust through behind his pad. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship, and winning a national championship.